Hello, Capricorn. Here, the prophetic weirdo with another tarot reading. What do? So it is June 22nd. I believe the summer solstice is not that far from now. It's been taking me a long time to get these readings done. But I figured I would first record them and then upload them all together, like when they're all ready. So I would appreciate it if y'all would like, share, and possibly subscribe if I resonate with you. If you like the reading and whatnot. To be honest, I'm trying to calm myself down because I am feeling a little emotional and sentimental. Had some perspective. You could say it's opened my eyes. It's just, I feel it. It's kind of the feeling of hopelessness and helplessness and wanting to do so much, but you feel like you're just, just making things worse. What I'm trying to say is, for a long time, I had some kind of lost my hope in humanity in this world. And I've been watching, there's this show that I'm watching, and it talks about humanity and stuff like that. And it's true that when bad things happen, a lot of people are able to turn off the humanity switch. The humanity switch, when I mean like humanity switch, I mean like the emotions. You know how to turn them off and not feel anything or just be numb to things around them. And what I mean by that is like they'll hurt people regardless of, if that person deserved it or not. It's just that person was just collateral damage, And in some sense, I kind of get that. And I can't, I can't judge anybody by what they do or don't do. If they are in their own, they are in their own process, they are in their own growth, They're gonna do what there is they're gonna do. You can't control people outside of yourself. That's why it's always been that challenge, having that control of emotions and knowing good from bad and having core morals and principles. And that's why I have a conflict of religion and spirituality and the esoteric and what I believe in. What calls my soul, what calls for my soul. And I don't do this I do this to prove a point. I am a firm believer of my beliefs, but sometimes I still question things. That, religion is very restrictive, and it stops people it closes people to be open-minded to, the impossible or the unnatural and stuff like that, or sexuality, because the fear of the things that have happened in the past. Why the divine feminine has been the downfall. I'm not saying that women are the downfall of humanity, but there have been those divine feminine that, twisted and perverted a lot of things also. There's a lot of mothers out there who, who have questionable decisions, questionable judgment, Maybe it's me being on YouTube too much and seeing all these things that happens around the world that, mothers killing their children, or, finding bodies and babies. But this morning I did see some videos that kind of opened my eyes to, humanity is not lost, Yeah, there is a great deal of bad people, but there's also a great deal of good people too. And like I said, you can't really judge people for their process of growth and elevation. And, if you're up here, they're down here. There's no reason for you to stoop down to their level. But like I said, it's our own control, it's our own discipline, and knowing that, our own belief of ourselves and the things around us. I seen 2 videos. A kid was, walking around with just a diaper. And you just see these 2 grown men, just take charge and take care of the baby. And then they interview the other man, and he's crying. He was like, well, what do you want me to do? I just, took care of the kid like if it was mine. There was nothing that I could do. There was nothing, and, there was this video where, like, an 18-year-old, I laughed because it's just something that I probably would have done. Go forward instead of revert when you were trying to go reverse. I used to do a lot of dumb shit, like go over bumps and, like, mess up a car, like the bottom of the car. I've done a lot of crazy, questionable things growing up too. but this 18-year-old just like drove off a deck into the water, and she was panicking and nobody was helping. And this 17-year-old just freaking jumps into the water and saves this girl. And he was saying, like, well, I saw nobody doing anything, so I had to jump in. I'm claustrophobic, and just imagining her going through that just made, I knew I had to do something. And then, I don't know why, it just made me tear. Like, humanity is not lost, we see a lot of bad things, but that's only because certain social certain medias and certain platforms are only going to focus on one thing, on one agenda, and it's just to cause fear. And we have to be really careful to breathe, and be grateful for the things that you do have. And even though things could be better, and you always gotta be grateful for what you do have. I don't know why I went into that rant, but I was like, I need to record. I don't know why, like I needed to get this message out. Like this feeling, like I needed to talk about it. I thought I was gonna do Aquarius, but I guess I had finished the video. I thought I had been cut off, but I guess not. So let's see what comes up for you, Capricorn. We do have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords talks about, going through some kind of turbulence, some kind of rocky, shaky, chaotic. Now I'm getting hot. So there was chaotic waters, like chaotic either situations or you could just be thinking negatively, because it is swords. So it could just be a type of either negative thinking, but I do see something of there's an ending to something. There's an ending to a situation. So I don't know if it's an ending of bad thoughts, an ending of a shaky situation, a turbulent situation. And it seems like you're going towards something, because the Page of Pentacles is the student, crafty student, and the Page of Wands, it's a creative, energetic, eager to contribute, impulsive, enthusiastic, and message. Yeah, there was an ending, because you have the Death card. It doesn't have to be like literal death, but it's an ending. A change? No, change is the Tower. So yeah, I guess I don't know if this is death and ending to a situation and ending to why the Six of Swords is here. And you're just a youthful, curious nature in the world, reflection, respect for new ideas, harboring of good news, relating maybe money, manifestation, financial opportunity. Yeah. So I don't know if you're focusing on work, maybe in a creative endeavor, a creative project that it's going to bring you money, or like I don't know why I'm getting this, but like you're going to you're gonna create out of your um, your bad moments. I don't know why I get that. Not bad moments, but like what you went through. You're gonna capitalize, and I heard this in a reading too. You're gonna capitalize in, what's that saying? There's this singer, rapper, artist. I don't know what she is. She's an entertainer. I know what she is. It's just her name is Queen Herbie, and I think she sings this song. She sings this lyric in a song saying, where it says, turn my passion, my habits into, turn my habits into, turn my, oh, it's gonna bother me. Like, kind of like, when you come out of this hard situation, it's kind of like, Jesus. I was talking about this with my brother too. About, yeah, Jesus could have been a prophet, but there's been many prophets throughout, throughout life. Some that knew, some that didn't know that they were prophets, but they were like, what's it called, sires. They like write, but write sires. I don't know. You had to look that up. Like they write, but they write the truth of God, or like there's been a lot of people that predict, write like some story and predict the future in some way, like kind of like the whole thing that they talked about, like Titanic, that like 70 or something, 30 years earlier, some man had written a whole novel about a ship sinking, and then the Titanic comes along. Let's see what the Six of Swords is. Can you please clarify the Six of Swords for Capricorn? Why is the Six of Swords here? The Six of Swords, Capricorn. So I don't know if you're coming out of hermit mode or you're going into hermit mode. So it could be in a situation where, you know, you were isolating yourself after a bad situation. Or this could be, you know, you trying to, coming out of a bad situation, rocky situation, and going into solitations, solitude, and like reflecting on yourself maybe. Okay. Why is it this card here for Capricorn? Why is it this card here for Capricorn? And what I mean by, what I was saying in the beginning, like, this is me trying to prove a point. You know, I always felt for many years, since like 2016, maybe 17, when I got really into tarot, because I always felt certain people were speaking about my situation, and you know, I didn't let it, I used my discernment, and I didn't let it dictate my life, or, you know, if it says something that, you know, remotely bad or questionable, I wouldn't panic and be like, oh my god, or go to my significant other and tell them like, oh, you know, I heard from a tarot reader that you were cheating on me, or that you were thinking about cheating on me. And like, no. Like, but I did feel like a lot of, you know, a lot of what these tarot readers were saying, I needed to hear it at that time, at that moment, and I needed to get into tarot for a reason. And, you know, I would tell my significant other, you know, like, he would be like, why are you wasting time on that stuff? And like, for me, it's like therapy. One, I'm learning about the cards. Two, I like to listen to inspirational stuff. You know, people have their thing, you know, they have music. I have music too. But sometimes I just need like a pep talk. And a lot of what tarot is, you know, no, it's not always rainbows and butterflies and stuff like that. But it's about consciousness, you know, opening your consciousness and to the possible, to the supernatural, to, you know, the things around us. Not even having to be supernatural, you know, like just the 25, 26 dimensions, you know. Why is the good card here for Capricorn? And, you know, my significant other was like, oh, it's just probabilities, or the probability of that story coming out related to you. You know, everything is relatable. Like, yes, everything's relatable. And we all go through the same thing. And sometimes when we're in it, you know, in a situation, we feel like alone because we're experiencing the fear, the hurt, the loneliness at the moment. But once we're out of it, it's just like, damn, why was I so wrapped into that? But it's human. And that's what I mean about humanity, that why I can't judge people, and even if they do questionable things. You know, one, because they probably don't know any better. Their mama and the daddy didn't raise them any better, and that's not my fault. It's not their fault. It's just how things are. You know, something wasn't wired right when they grew up. Wires got switched mentally, you know, in the psyche, in the brain, whatever, and things happen, and people think certain ways, and you know, that's what I mean about humanity. And what's good out there, not just bad, you know. Where there's good, there's bad. When there's bad, there's good. Like, there's always a good situation out of a bad situation. There's always a solution. If not, then there's a change. Page of Pentacles again. This guy is really mad, dude. So maybe this has to do with a job. Maybe there was competition in the workplace, and you needed to get a new job, so you needed to manifest a new opportunity. Why is the Page of Wands here? The Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? Be clarify the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, please, for Capricorn Spirit. Why is the Page of Wands here for Capricorn? So maybe something happened. You either removed yourself or just, you know, just tried to, I got the Three of Swords. I got the Six of Swords here again. I believe somebody here. It could be you. You could be this Page of Pentacles and this Page of Wands all at the same time. You know, having to so I don't know if it had to do with some kind of somebody. It's a heartbreak. It's grief. It's sorrow. So I don't know if you get this. If you get this creative, energetic woman that looks like a man, whatever the case may be, eager to contribute, impulsive, and enthusiastic, a message. So I don't know if you get a message or something that with the Three of Swords. With the Three of Swords is usually like a heart with three swords going through it. Some kind of sorrow, grief, heartbreak. So I don't know if you get a message of this grief or sorrow or some kind of, I don't want to say betrayal. Or this sorrow, grief gave you this impulse to get away from a situation and get a new job opportunity or some financial opportunity, manifesting some financial opportunity. That's what I get. I mean, this is your energy, Capricorn, the Page of Pentacles, and it came out twice. So it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I mean, that's always good when you have some kind of betrayal, some kind of heartbreak, some kind of sorrow, somebody passed. I mean, it could be a literal death, ending of rite of passage. I don't want to say the wrong thing. But it could be a loss of something, of someone. Doesn't need to be death, like I said. And if it is, I'm sorry. I truly am. I know how hard it is when you lose someone, whether you know them or not. I see kids, other people's kids dying, getting shot, being kidnapped. I'm looking at a card of advice. But I mean, that's the best thing that you could do, use that pain to motivate you to either invest in yourself or invest in something creative that might possibly be a revenue for you, a means of, means of financial we got the Ten of Cups, so that's really good. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles, so it's kind of like the page, but the Knight of Pentacles, he's very methodical and very routine, and could be boring. Of Cups. This is divine love, harmony, blissful relationship, alignment. And the Ten of Cups is a symbol of happiness. It promotes genuine joy given to those who feel in complete harmony with themselves and their emotional environment. Embrace love and peace in your family. It will bring you immense emotional rewards. That's beautiful. So, I hope that was a message you needed to hear, Capricorn. I hope that advice helps. Or that little pep talk. I just like how this book, speaks of these cards. So Capricorn, like, share if it resonates. If not, then don't. It's okay. Comment down below if you want to tell me your business. I'm nosy. If not, oh well, just like lets me know that I resonate with y'all.